Welcome Sats Busters to question 6, and this one's all about a pie chart. Now there's always a massive clue in any Sats pie chart question, and you will almost certainly have a right angle in one of the sections of the pie chart. Now a right angle is 90 degrees, and seen as 90 degrees is a quarter of 360 degrees, it's basically 1/4 of the whole pie. And we can use that to our advantage later on. It's actually a massive clue to answering the question. So remember, look out for 90 degrees, and that represents a quarter of the pie chart. That will come in later. So let's read the rest of the question. This chart shows the number of different types of big cats in a zoo. I'm sure everyone's been to visit a zoo. There are 20 big cats in the zoo altogether. That's going to come into play in a minute as well. Here are some statements about the chart, and we've got to tick the statements which are true. But we need to find evidence that the statements are true or false. So, there are more cheetahs than jaguars. Well, the section for cheetah is bigger than the section for jaguar. So, that would automatically mean that there is going to be more cheetahs than jaguars. Okay? Because both of those sections are on the same pie chart, so if it's on the same pie chart, it must mean that it's bigger, there's more of them. So more cheetahs than jaguars, yes, because it's got a bigger section. The total number of lions and tigers is 10. Well, if you think about the fact that there are 20 big cats in the zoo altogether, that means that the whole pie is equal to 20. But that also means that half the pie would be equal to half of 20, which is 10. So half the pie would be 10. So if they're saying that the total number of lions and tigers is 10, if the lions and tigers section amounted to half of the pie, then it would be 10. But as you can see, the lions and the tigers section takes up this amount here. And this basically is slightly more than half. So it is actually going to be slightly more than 10. So that is false, because it would be more than 10, or more than half, if you like. Now then, 1/4 of the big cats are cheetahs. Now we did say earlier that that right angle is a clue. 90 degrees means it's a quarter, so yes, that one is definitely correct. 1/4 are cheetahs. As for the last one, there are more than 5 jaguars. Well, if we know that the cheetah section is a quarter of 20 big cats, because remember there's 20 big cats, a quarter of 20 is 5, so that means there would be 5 cheetahs. So, although this is 90 degrees, that doesn't mean there's 90 cheetahs. A quarter of the 20 big cats is 5. So this section is worth 5 cheetahs. So there are definitely 5 cheetahs, but remember the jaguar section is smaller than the cheetah section, which means there must be less cheetahs. So there actually must be less than 5 cheetahs. So that one is false. So there are more than 5 jaguars, that is false, because actually there must be less than 5 jaguars. If it said less than 5 jaguars, that would actually be true, because this section here is smaller than the cheetah section. Okay, but